Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek. You are watching Kevin the Geek, and welcome to the final run-in for the Brittas Empire. So in this month, I've got is it 5 episodes or 4 episodes? One of the two. Four, I think it's 4. And basically it will mean that the next month, in August, it will be the final ever episode of the Brittas Empire. It's going to be sad when the time comes, and I have loved every single moment that we have done with the Brittas Empire, and so far Series 7 is finishing it on a pretty strong note. So let's see what this episode brings. This is Series 7, episode number 4. Wake up the lion within.
Morning, Carol!
Welcome to Rugby New Challenge. Oh, Miss Briss, you're back and you look so...
Healthy, I think, is the word, Carol. And to be honest, I've never felt better.
So, how was Miami, Miss Briss?
Miami?
Bit hot for me, Carol, but the course was superb. I feel energised and raring to go. Carol, is it my imagination, or is there a duck on the counter?
Yes, Miss Briss.
Yeah.
She's been in the reception all morning. It's part of Colin's children's corner.
Children's corner?
It's a little sanctuary he's building for unwanted farm animals.
Ah, there you are, Maisie. Oh, Mr. Brittas, you're back. How was the course? How was Miami?
Never mind that, Colin. I want that duck out of the building, please. And Carol, could you make sure the public don't go dropping their confectionery all over the centre? I mean, look at the floor. It's covered with these raisins.
Oh, no, don't eat it.
Those aren't actually raisins, Mr. Brittas.
What are they?
They're Dorothy's.
Dorothy's?
A rabbit, Mr. Brittas.
Oh.
The most adorable creature, but she does tend to leave little deposits about the place.
Colin, I want the animals to remain outside the building, please. Carol, everyone in the staff room, 5 minutes. When I came into the centre this morning, some of you may have noticed a new aura about me.
If I may say so, Mr. Brittas, you look radiant.
Spot on, Colin. From my every pore that exudes calm, well-being, and a quiet but huge self-confidence.
Is that so, Mr. Brittas?
Yes, Timothy. And there's a simple reason for it.
What, Mr. Brittas?
I have found my lion.
You what?
My lion, Julie, I found it. That's what the course was all about. Wake up the lion within. A 5-day conference for managers on how to seek their inner power.
What's this got to do with lions, Mr. Brittas?
Well, as Clint said...
Who?
Clint Ponderosa. He was the man running the course. The lion within is that mine of untapped potential that most of us never use, awaiting to be awoken. And he should know. From being a humble postman, he now owns a house in Beverly Hills, 3 burger chains, and a Mustang ranch in Wyoming.
Nice.
How exactly do we wake up this lion within then, Mr. Brittas?
You simply roar.
What?
You roar like a lion. You see, by physically making the noise of a lion, we wake up that potential inside. In
Really?
fact, I'd like us all to practice it now.
Rah.
Yeah, I'd like each one of you, in turn, to stand up and give me a roar. Starting with you... Gavin! Me? Gavin, as my acting senior deputy manager, I'd like you to stand up and give me the first roar, please.
How is he still only acting?
Not much inner power there. Julie?
Oh, yes, Julie. Rah. She's already found her lion.
Hey, Colin? Like it, Colin. Tim? Right, Linda?
Oh,
Excellent, Linda.
excellent.
Oh, no, Mr. Briss, I couldn't.
Come on, Carol.
Come on,
Look at the
Carol.
assertiveness course.
I know, Mr. Briss, but I couldn't.
Roar, please, Carol.
Oh, Mr. Briss.
I want you to roar.
She's going to let one out, isn't she?
What was that supposed to be?
It's a roar, Miss Briss.
It sounded more like a squeak to me.
I know, Miss Briss, but it's roaring really isn't me.
Right, Carol, on your feet, please.
Oh,
Close your eyes. Right, I want you to concentrate on your belly. Now,
You what?
imagine your belly is a big dark cage, inside of which is a big lion longing to roar. Now roar.
Oh.
And again.
Oh.
Louder.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Now that is
Sorry,
what I call
sorry.
inner power. Louder.
Was you burped for a minute?
Now that is what I call inner power. Item numero 2. As most of you know, we have been nominated for the European Award for Excellence, the most prestigious award that a leisure centre can receive. Gavin, les détails, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, may we, Mr. Brittas. Brussels will be sending us an inspector on June the 13th. We're up against the Centre Charles de Gaulle in Paris, the Gesundheit Centre in Frankfurt.
Last year's winners.
Ooh.
Yes, indeed. And the Hurlings-Fröhlings Luft Centre in Copenhagen, so there's stiff opposition.
What exactly do we have to do, Mr. Brittas?
Europeanise the centre for starters, Linda.
How'd you do that, then?
Well, at the moment, we're catering for only the English-speaking sector of the European community. I want to make sure that everyone in the community is welcome.
Just to say, Mr. Brittas, that by the time the inspection comes round, you will have the best children's corner in Europe.
Thank you, Colin.
With only the best tended animals. Which reminds me, I've discovered the most marvellous new dental floss for pigs.
I don't really want to hear about it, Colin.
It gets right inside the snout, Mr. Brittas, right to the
That's
back
enough,
teeth.
Colin.
You should have seen what I extracted the other day.
Oh, don't want to know.
Colin. Right, everyone, end of meeting. Let's use our lions within to win that award, please.
Surely there must be someone with a problem. Oh, Gordon, thank God you're here.
Can't stop now, my darling.
Gordon, I started my counselling 3 weeks ago and I've only had one client.
That is simply because you're not expressing your lion within.
Not that again.
My darling, if you want clients, you've got to go out there and get them.
Yes, you're right.
Go on, Helen.
We've just about done all the signs in the centre now, Mr. Brittas.
But we did have a few problems with the Finnish for no petting.
Hang about, there are only 11 languages here, Linda.
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
But there are 15 countries in the community.
Yes, we know that, Mr. Brittas, but in case you didn't know, of the other 4, the Irish speak English.
Yes, I know the Irish speak English, Tim. They also speak Gaelic.
You want to sign in Gaelic?
Not to mention Welsh and Walloon.
Walloon?
Walloon, it's a Belgian dialect, Tim.
I was going to say.
On to the sign makers, players.
Oh! 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 Oh, yes!
Splendid, Carol. That's what I like to see, staff expressing their line within. Now, I want all these goods marked up in euros.
Euros, Miss Brittas.
Why?
Euros, Carol, the future European currency to be phased in by the year 2002. There's a conversion table. Want it done by first thing in the morning, please.
Yes, of course, Mr. Brittas. Yes, of course, Mr. Brittas. Who said that?
Whoa!
Oh, don't you recognize me?
No.
Well, who do you think's been doing all the roaring, my little raindrop? I'm here to help you.
Help me.
Well, it's about time we got you out of this tawdry little place. After all, you have been here longer than Moses, let's face it.
Why is Carol's inner lion American? Huh?
What?
Well, forgive me, but you are just a dog's body.
Not a dog's body.
Carol,
Yes, Gavin?
if you get the chance, I wonder if you could manage a little photocopying for me.
Yes, what is it?
This. Treaty of Rome. Foundation stone of the common market. Mr. Brittas wants it on public display throughout the centre.
Oh, yes, very well, Gavin. Woof, woof. No way.
I'm sorry?
Whoa.
Not you were.
Who?
He can't see me, my little tulip. Nobody can but you.
You're right, Carol.
Yes. Fine, thank you.
Good. Now listen, my precious plum. You've got to cut the crap and go for what you deserve.
What are you doing, Colin?
Just finishing off the new enclosure, Linda.
For what? Elephants?
A Tasmanian chipmunk.
Tasmanian
A
chips?
what?
It's a rare and very beautiful chipmunk found only in southern Tasmania. It's my showpiece for Euro Inspection Day.
Rather a big fence for a chipmunk, isn't it?
But the Tasmanian chipmunk isn't your ordinary chipmunk. They come much larger than usual and can occasionally bite. Hence the need for a sound enclosure.
I hope you read those guidelines I gave you on keeping animals in captivity.
Don't you worry, Linda. I treat them like my own children.
Carol, did you manage to do that photocopying for me?
Photocopying? That's dog's body's work, isn't it, Kevin?
I'm sorry?
And I am not a dog's body. If you want it done, do it yourself.
Whoa!
Gavin, Carol, how are you both?
Fine.
We've had better days, Mrs. Brittas.
Really? Well, you'll be pleased to know that I'm offering a 10% discount for all staff counselling. So any problems, no matter how small, don't hesitate to come and see me.
I don't have a problem, Mrs. Brittas, but I know someone who does.
Carpusi,
Carpoozy.
Moo. Uine to carpusimo. Where is my watermelon?
Where's my watermelon?
Go on, do it now.
Dito carpusimo. Have you seen my watermelon?
Oh, shut up. I'm going for a coffee.
Julie, what is the name of our judge for Euro Inspection Day?
Mr. Kulu something.
Mr. Kulu Kundis. What nationality is he?
Greek.
Don't you think it would be a good idea if we showed him that we'd mastered the basics of his language?
Right, so when he walks through the door,
Calimero.
I'll tell him the watermelon's in the boot of the car and I'd like a kilo of aubergines.
What is it, Carol?
Miss Briss, I wonder if I could have a word.
I'm rather busy at the moment, Carol.
No, he's not. I've had enough for one day.
Julie, first thing in the morning, test on vegetables.
Scassi vlakar.
Oh!
Something I learned off a Greek waiter.
What is it, Carol?
Miss Briss, I seem to recall that at one stage you were thinking of appointing another deputy manager.
Yes, I'm still thinking of advertising for the post.
Oh, good, because there's someone I think could do the job quite well.
If you mean Linda, I don't really think she's got the
No, I
experience.
don't mean Linda. Actually, I mean me.
Oh, I really don't think that's possible, Carol.
Why not?
You see, I need someone of great confidence and high self-esteem. And as far as those two things go, I don't really think you're top of the tree, are you?
No, of course not, Miss Briss. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have taken up so much of your time.
That's all right, Carol. We go back at man reception now, please.
And where do you think you're going? Go back and fight for your rights. I don't know what to say.
What are you whispering, Carol?
Nothing, Miss Briss.
Thank you, Carol.
Flattery will get you everywhere. Flattery? Miss Briss, I just want to say for the record that,
What's that, Carol?
I've always admired and looked up to you. I've always admired and looked up to you.
Have you?
Yes, and it's been such a privilege to work for such an enlightened man.
Why, thank you, Carol.
Well done, my little peach. And I believe I've learned so much from observing you over the years. Brilliant. It's almost worthy of me. So, I just want a chance to put what I've learned into action. So stop wasting my talents and make me deputy manager now!
Oh. Whoa!
That's a little crude for my liking.
Well.
But effective, I guess.
This is to announce that Carol Parkinson has been appointed Deputy Line Manager, wet and dry, with effect from Wednesday, 1st of June. That's today.
I
Wet
see, another
and
one
dry.
bites the dust. Soon it'll be all management, no workers.
Carol. Why Carol?
Well, I think it's marvellous news. I think we should all celebrate.
Celebrate? Nobody celebrated when I got promoted.
Ooh.
Took me years to make deputy. How come Carol does it overnight?
Ah, well, she's got a lion within, you see.
Oh, yeah, and what have I got?
Chipmunk.
Gerbil.
I can't believe it. Me, deputy manager. Yes, and the view's even better from the top of the mountain. Yes. What do you mean, the top of the mountain? You don't think we're stopping a deputy, do you, my little mango? We've got to think big. You sure this is going to work? Trust me. I know how he ticks. Hello, Councillor Druggett. This is Carol Parkinson. I've a little proposal to make to you.
Right, I want banners stretching all the way across the roof saying welcome to Whitbury Newtown Leisure Centre in all
30 different languages and dialects of the community, including the patois spoken by the Swiss village of Alpenheim, which has a residential population of 12. Yes, Mr. Brittas, we know.
Instead of banners, Mr. Brittas, we just clutter up the roof. Why don't we just fix the European flag to the outside of the centre? We say it all with one simple gesture.
Carol, 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 this is not a very good start to your new career, is it? What do we have to use to fix the flag?
A ladder, Mr.
A ladder, Mr. Brittas. And what is the council regulation regarding staff and ladders?
Well, I'm not...
We're not allowed up them, are we? And why is that?
Because...
Because we're not covered by insurance. These things should be tripping off your tongue.
Are you sure about that regulation, Mr. Brittas?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Are you?
Yes. I think you'll find I'm right, Carol. I remember reading it to Helen in bed. Right, where are we? Ladders, ladders, ladders. That's funny. I could have sworn I'd see... Do you know what I did, Carol?
What's that, Miss Brittas?
I must have been reading last year's manual by mistake, which means if there's no regulation in this year's manual, the council must have scrapped it, which means you and I have got ourselves a flagpole.
Yes, and I'd like to volunteer to organise it if I may, Miss Brittas.
Excellent. You know, between you and me, I have a hunch that you are going to make one superb deputy manager. And I can't help feeling just a twinge of pride for spotting that lion within.
Oh, without you, Miss Brittas, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Oh, thank you, Carol. You coming?
No, I'm going to crack on and order that flagpole, if I may.
Good for you, Carol. Keep roaring.
Did you know that I'm offering 2 hours counselling with 25% discount and free cappuccino?
I've already got a therapist, Mrs. Brittas.
Have you?
And as far as I know, most of the staff are in therapy too. You see, with Mr. Brittas as your boss, you have to be.
Yes, I suppose that stands to reason. Oh, what the hell?
You're right up there, Carol.
Yes, fine, thank you, Linda.
Where's someone at the bottom?
Are you okay, Carol?
Stand back, please. Leave this to me. How does that feel now, Carol?
Fine, thank you, Miss Brittas.
Bit over the top for a sprained ankle, Mr. Brittas.
Never been too
We
careful.
cannot give enough support, Linda. I've done the course. Brittas.
Hello, Gordon. Just ringing to find out how your Euro preparations are going.
Fine, thank you, Jack.
Heard one of your staff had a bit of an accident.
News travels fast. Carol Parkinson fell off a ladder and sprained her ankle, to be precise.
Oh, dear. You are aware of the council rule about staff using ladders?
Indeed, Jack. And you, of all people, should know that it pertains to last year's regulations.
It was passed by full council in January of this year.
You know, I think you'll find I'm right, Jack. If you look at the regulations, you'll see there's actually nothing but... Oh, my God.
What's the matter, Gordon?
I've made a terrible mistake. Which gives me no choice but to resign as manager of this centre.
What?
That's ridiculous, Mr. Brittas. It was just a minor oversight.
A minor oversight, Gavin, that put one of my staff in danger. If I'd spotted that regulation on ladders, none of this would have happened.
It's only a sprained ankle, Mr. Brittas.
But it could have been fatal, Linda. I could have killed Carol.
We'll make mistakes, Mr. Brittas.
Yes, but as manager of this centre, I can't afford to make mistakes.
Oh, God.
Or should I say, ex-manager.
You're not serious about resigning, Mr. Brittas.
Oh, I certainly am, Colin. With effect from today.
What? Are you...
And I've been instructed by Councillor Druggett to tell you that the new manager of this centre will be Carol Parkinson.
Carol? I've been doing it.
That's right, Carol is going to be the new manager of this centre, and I hope that you give her the same support that you've given me.
I can't believe this is happening.
What about your European Award for Excellence, Mr. Brittas?
Yes, Mr. Brittas. Don't you still want to win it?
Of course I do, Colin. But the important thing is that this leisure centre wins it. Doesn't matter who's in charge. Right. It only remains for me to say what an honour it's been to have been your manager. I shall miss you all.
Please don't go, Mr. Brittas.
Please don't
Shall I
go.
call you a cab?
Goodbye, everyone.
Pull yourself together, Colin. Right, everyone, back to work.
There's nothing wrong with you, believe me. Depression is just a symptom of unexpressed hurt. That's all. Absent father, overprotective mother. You've had the classic example of a dysfunctional childhood. Can you leave, please, Gordon? I'm with a client.
Helen, it's a sheep.
I know, you can be very insensitive. What do you want?
I've resigned.
Well, if... You what?
A week later.
You're back!
No, Gavin. I've just come to see Carol, that's all. I believe she's expecting me. Hang on. What are you doing on reception?
Oh, it's Carol, Mr. Brittas. She's made a few changes. I'm receptionist now, and Julie's deputy manager.
Julie? Whoa!
Yes, Mr. Brittas. Oh, if you'll excuse me, I've got to do Jessica's bottle.
Yes, that's right, I did say red carpet. I want nothing but the best for the European inspector. Come in.
Mr. Brittas is here to see you.
Oh, how lovely. Mr. Brittas, do come in. Sit down. 2 coffees, Tim.
Yes, Carol?
Excuse me?
Sorry, Miss Parkinson.
Ooh.
So, Miss Brittas, what can I do for you?
Carol, why have you made all these changes?
With respect, Miss Brittas, they're no longer your concern. So, how may I help you?
I wanted to ask a favour, really. I was wondering if you had a vacancy for me.
Vacancy?
Anything at all. Mowing the lawns, unblocking the drains, that I wouldn't want to tread on Colin's toes.
Oh, Miss Brittas, I wouldn't dream of offering you such work.
No, really, I don't mind. You see, in a funny sort of way, I'd rather be here doing anything than not be here at all.
Yes, well, I'm afraid there's nothing at the moment.
Oh.
If anything comes up, I will, of course, let you know.
Thank you, Carol.
See Mr. Brittas out, please, Tim.
Oh, I've just made the coffee.
I said Mr. Brittas is leaving. And don't forget to do my pedicure.
No, Miss Parkinson.
Morning.
Oh. Are they going to actually beg him to stay?
Oh,
or rather come back?
What am I doing? Poor Mr. Brittas. Yes, poor little man. We'll send him some flowers. Poor Tim, poor Gavin, and all the rest. They don't like the changes I'm making. Well, shocking as it may seem, my pretty petal, they're not meant to. Well, I don't recognize myself anymore. Splendid. None of the staff like me, and I've lost all my friends. Who needs friends, my little pomegranate, when you have power?
You all right, Gordon?
No, I'm not, Helen. I think I may need some counselling.
You've got to make it higher, Linda. I've told you Tasmanian chipmunks are very big animals.
Leave off, Colin. It's not your job anymore. Anyway, I can't see why we need barbed wire as well.
Just an added precaution.
Hey, Colin, the pool's unmanned.
Quite frankly, Julie, I don't give a monkeys.
Oh!
I never wanted to be a swimming pool attendant. I wish Mr. Brittas were back.
I thought I'd never see the day when I'd actually miss him.
Be pleased, Julie. Ow, you're deputy manager now.
Oh, I hate it. It's too much responsibility. Besides, half the fun was making his life a misery. Anyway, order some more indoors. You've got to close the children's corner.
What?
She says, we'll never win this European Award of Excellence if we've got a lot of dirty animals running around the place.
Time to make a stand, I think.
On that argument, I think she's got a point. Oh my God, she's driving a Porsche.
Bring back Brittas! Bring back Brittas! Bring back Brittas! Bring back Brittas!
What's going on?
We're on strike, Carol.
We'll get back to work now.
Not until Mr. Brittas has been reinstated.
I am manager of the leisure centre here, and I order you to get back to work.
Down with Carol! Yes, down with Carol!
Down with Carol! Down with Carol!
Down with Carol!
Oh!
Oh, Gavin, at least you've remained loyal to me.
No, I haven't. I just didn't have the heart to leave the children. Bring back Brittas. Bring back Brittas.
Yes!
Bring back Brittas.
Yes!
What am I gonna do? Relax, my little marsh too. They'll come round. Once they realise their jobs are on the line.
Ah, Carol, just to say that I'm resigning as staff counsellor.
Oh, Miss Brittas, you're not turning against me too?
What? No, it's just that Gordon and I are emigrating.
Emigrating?
Oh, it's wonderful, Carol. I've just had my first major therapy breakthrough. I've made Gordon see that there's life beyond leisure management.
Whoa!
Kathmandu. To live on a Buddhist ashram. The children are going to boarding school and Gordon's waiting for me now at the airport.
Nice!
Bye-bye, Carol. I'll miss you. Oh.
What have I done? Mr. Brittas emigrating and all because of me. Excellent, my little cherub. You've earned your wings. You got me into this mess. Well, it's time to put the record straight. And where do you think you're going? I'm going to get Mr. Brittas back. You'll do no such thing. Out of my way!
Whoa!
Flight 216 Kathmandu is now boarding at gate 7.
Carol? What are you doing here?
Mr. Brittas, don't go! Carol!
I'm going to Kathmandu to start a new life, Carol. Nothing's going to stop me.
I tricked you, Mr. Brittas.
What?
I deliberately fell off the ladder, Miss Bruce, knowing you blame yourself for not spotting the rule about staff going up ladders. And the reason you didn't spot it, Mr. Brittas, was because I swapped the labels. Also, I could become manager. I knew it was too good to be true.
There we go.
European inspector's here.
Right, positions, everyone, please. Positions. Darren, cue the music. Kalamera Kyrios Koulakundis. Tekanata. Hang on, you're not Mr. Koulakundis.
My name is Lottie Laudrup. I'm from Denmark.
Oh.
I'm afraid Mr. Kulakundis was taken ill.
Gavin, kill the music. Yes, of course. Let me introduce you to my staff. This is Julie. And so we come to the final leg of our grand tour, the Children's Corner, a little animal sanctuary run by my other deputy manager, Mr. Colin Weatherby. Colin, this is Miss Laudrup, the European inspector.
A pleasure to meet you, Miss Laudrup. Let me introduce you to the family. This is Bertha, Monty, Richard, and here is our newest member and my special surprise for today, Terry, the Tasmanian chipmunk.
Colin, there's nothing there.
Hang on, the padlock's gone.
I know. That's because I put it back in the fire escape door where it's supposed to be.
Oh, my God.
Lottie, I don't know about you, but I could murder a coffee.
Mr. Brittas.
Not now.
Good on, Brittas. Staff of Whitbarry Leisure Centre. This is the most Euro-friendly leisure centre I have seen, even though you did forget to put up signs in Schmurditch, the dialect spoken in my village.
Oh.
Nevertheless, it gives me great pleasure to present you with the European Award for Excellence. What was that?
That was my receptionist. She tends to roar occasionally.
Come on, Terry. Good boy, Terry. Terry, you come back here. Terry, Terry, come back.
Oh, my word.
Well,
Terry!
Miss Laudrup, bon voyage. Or, as they say in Greek, Kalo Taxidi.
Mr. Brittas.
Not now, Colin.
But Mr. Brittas.
Colin.
Perhaps see you in Denmark sometime, Mr. Brittas.
I don't think so. Went to Copenhagen a couple of years ago, found it rather dull.
I'm sorry to hear that. Where did you visit?
The airport. Bye, Lottie. What a nice lady.
Mr. Brittas.
Yes, Colin.
It's Terry, the Tasmanian chipmunk.
He's in
Mr.
the car.
Brittas. He's escaped.
I've told you before, Colin, those animals are to be kept in their enclosures.
You don't understand, Mr. Brittas. You see, Terry isn't from Tasmania, and he isn't actually a chipmunk.
What do you mean?
I was keeping it as a surprise. You see, when you gave your talk about finding the lion within, I thought...
You thought what, Colin?
Wouldn't it be wonderful if we had a real lion as a celebration, and then when you said that Terry needed a new home...
Have you done what I think you've done?
Yes, Mr. Brittas. And I'm afraid that the lion within is... without.
Well, she's dead. Oh. Carol's double, Carol and her alter ego. Right, okay, so... Right, because I was thinking that all the way through. I was thinking, is it one of those where the person who plays Carol actually has like an identical twin? Or is it literally a body double? So there we go. It is a body double, clearly, from that one. That was great. That was another great episode, and I'm very happy that Series 7 is kind of picking up from Series 6, because that was my big worry. I think that Series 6, it's clearly the worst series. Bar like the odd episode, but I was worrying that it was just going to sort of tail off as a show and kind of go out with a bit of a damp squib, you know. Luckily, it's not. It is doing a damn good job of going out on a high. The ultimate question will be, what will the finale be like? Because, when you have any kind of show that's run on for a long time, you've got to try and nail the ending. And I've seen some terrible endings of shows, and I've seen some brilliant endings of shows, and some that are very mixed and divisive. So we will see, obviously, next month when it comes to the time to do the finale. But don't forget to give me your suggestions of what shows you would like to see replace the Brittas Empire when it comes to an end next month. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And if you want to know all of the things that I've done reactions to on the channel, then have a look in the video description, which is where there'll be a link to my Google Drive document, which is where I have basically created a whole document detailing everything that I've done, and even little links to take you to either a playlist or the video if it's just like a one-off thing, and you'll be able to find everything that I've done reactions to, and I'm going to update it as we keep going. But thank you once again for joining me on this latest journey on the road to the end for the Brittas Empire. You can join me next week for Series 7, Episode 5. But for now, my name's Kevin. I'm a geek, and you've been watching Kevin the Geek.